Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Hey, we weren't super echoey that time.
No, you know what? It's
That's so funny.
Our listeners won't hear it, but when I put on the monitoring.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they just heard us talk regular.
Oh. Well, not
so your
fun
oh my
for
God
them.
sounds the exact same.
It was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm having a drink and you're having ice water.
I'm having ice water, dude.
You're dehydrated.
Yeah,
huh?
well, I've been like, normally I hit like 2 stores a day. Well, I've been hitting 3, 4, 5 stores a day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need freaking iced coffee at about 11 o'clock. So
Yeah.
I've not been drinking water during the day because I'm like, just give me more coffee.
I went all the way up north. It was like, there's some detours in Wisconsin. And so it took me like an hour and 20 minutes to get to a store this morning, which was fine. I left early enough. And the plan was to reset a case. And we get up there and the case is down.
That is the worst scenario.
It is the worst.
The worst scenario.
And the person that was leading it just looked at me and was like, I am so sorry. I'm like, it's all right. I got stuff to do. Then on my way home, I got stuck behind a garbage truck that stunk, going 20 miles an hour on a one-way where we could have been going 55. And I thought, okay. I'm just like, I'm picturing the truck right now as I'm telling you.
But speaking of hot garbage truck, we've had a couple nice days.
I have the worst allergies. I'm going to cough and wheeze.
Oh my
this
God,
whole
my
time.
nose
I'm
has
sorry.
been driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I was in the city the other day and it was pretty nice and holy hot garbage smell. It just permeates in the city.
I love not in the city. We're in cornfield lands, as everyone knows. I run every Friday morning, no matter what. Every morning, every Friday morning, winter, whatever. And Fridays here are garbage days. And I'm like, why do you do this to yourself?
Yeah.
But it's just that mindset that it's like, it's the end of the week. I'm getting ready for the weekend.
Right.
Go outside and run on
You're
Friday.
like, gotta burn extra calories because I'm gonna go hang out with Cass and we'll probably eat cake.
All I do is smell garbage all Friday
Sick.
morning. But I'm used to it
Sick.
now. I've been doing it for 10 years now.
Yeah,
So.
right.
Yeah, there's not many Fridays that I've missed.
I got itchy armpit.
I got a hive on my rear end.
Dude, we are falling up.
We are. Today
you know
was
what?
rough. Today
you know
was
why?
rough.
We need a vacation.
We
That's it.
We do.
That's
we do.
it. We need a vacation.
We do. So
I have more gossip. When we're done recording, we will be gossiping for a further hour and a half.
Everyone's
after this.
yelling at their phones right now, going, "What gossip?
Get to the point.
Gossip with us."
No, we can't gossip with you.
So I do have some gossip because I know this woman has no idea who I am, so I'm going to talk about it, and so she won't be on here to listen. I show up to this reset this morning. The nicest, sweetest person is there. She's another supplier. So she would be considered competition, but we all get along.
Right.
You're just there to do the reset.
Except the one man
matter.
that stalks me, I feel like at my stores. I always see him like creeping around. I'm like, what are you doing?
So there are some, but
Yeah.
I feel like we're in that day and age where you just don't anymore. It's whatever,
Yeah.
You just do what you can do. So anyways, I show up and as she's speaking to me, I'm thinking to myself, this sounds like the old me where you just like word vomit. Yeah. So she said, "Oh, where are you from?" And, I told her and she was like, "Oh, I'm from this." And, she knew someone that's on our team.
Yeah.
So she was chatting about it and she was the sweetest person. And then she said, "Do you have kids?" Because we're just like, we're just trying to get to know each other. And I said, "Yeah, I have one in Florida. I have one here." And I was telling her like kind of quick, like what they do. I said, "I'm just a proud mom." And she's like, she kind of breathed and she's like, "Yeah, mine are 27 and 22 and one went to, a different state." And I said, "Just don't do drugs or don't get pregnant." She came home pregnant. And it was just the cutest thing, but you could just tell she needed to tell somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" I said, "That's so sweet. You're like a grandma." She's like, "Oh, the kid cries." It was the cutest thing. And I was thinking to myself, that sounds like how I would be. And then you get in your car and you'd be like, I just told a perfect stranger about my granddaughter and how she cries all the time and how I told my daughter not to get pregnant and that, and it was just like, it was the sweetest conversation, but it was funny. I was just like, you needed to tell somebody that.
we're pretty blessed that, I mean, I consider myself pretty blessed. I have many people that I can go and vent to.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, maybe she didn't have anybody to vent
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
And it was early morning. Maybe she was up with the baby all
Yeah.
night. I was just like, oh,
She's like, this damn kid and its kid.
Yes, exactly. And I'm fairly certain she was very relieved that we were not doing a reset. Like, I bet she went back home and worked on her computer.
She was like,
maybe took a nice afternoon nap. I'd be so happy for her if she did.
Hooked that mouse up to the revolving fan and just threw her feet up and.
Are they called revolving fans?
I don't know. What the hell is it called when it goes back and forth?
What is it? Isolating, escalating? What is the word? Hold on.
Hold, please.
Why are we like this?
Hold, please, while we figure out our Alzheimer's medication over here.
How do fans move?
What's it called?
What is it
A
called?
reciprocating fan?
No, it's like oscillating.
Oscillating. Reciprocating.
If Drew was listening, he's like, all right, you guys are idiots.
Sorry, Drew. Sometimes we just can't get it together.
Oh, my gosh.
See, that's why Drew needs to come back for another episode.
Can we talk about tattoos real quick?
Yes.
We asked everyone online what tattoo they had. Where is their, if they had a story. Man, some of our people that follow us had some great stories.
Yeah.
Like Genuine. She's got a couple beautiful ones on her arm. Like there's a butterfly, and then she's got a dream catcher on her arm.
Nice. I love dream catchers and butterflies.
Jay said that he's got the worst ones are the best stories, right?
Yes.
He has a couple he did himself. His first one was bad, visible, and 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
One was done by a criminal with a stolen machine and equipment.
Oh my God. And I know which one that is because we were just talking about that.
He said the drink that night was St. Ides Special Brew, the blue one, with like emojis. I said the worst ones are always the best stories.
Yeah.
Bestie's got 4. The first one she got when she was 18 or 19. She went with a good friend who wanted a tattoo but didn't want to go alone.
Yeah.
I know she's got one with her sisters.
Yes.
Yes. So that's neat. I don't remember all her 4, but I'm used to seeing everybody's tattoos, so I can't think of them,
Yeah.
Adam said he could just talk about this for days. I said us too.
Yeah.
Kendra. Mama Kendra.
Yeah.
She's got 5 of them.
Doesn't she have scissors? Kendra, don't you have
Yeah,
scissors?
she said that she's working on making a sleeve with her career, which is being the hairdresser.
Yes, yes.
She joined us once and made some awesome drinks.
Yes. Some old
See,
fashioned.
this is Jen's. Look at, she's got the dream catcher. So go on Facebook if you want to see the pictures of what we're talking about. She's got the dream catcher.
Oh yeah, I love that.
And the butterfly. It's for her mom who she lost last year.
Oh.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You got 3, right?
I have 1, 2, 3, and soon to be 4. I think.
Yeah. I thought you had 3.
So. I think so.
And I remembered your miles. You got your miles.
Yeah, I got my miles on my. It says 100 miles, and it's It's my heartbeat crossing over the finish line, and there is a palpitation in it.
Yeah.
So I got that one.
And then you got your Dave Matthews.
I got my Dave Matthews.
What do they call that? Dancing Nancy's or something?
The Fire Dancer.
Fire Dancer.
Yeah, but that is a song.
Okay.
And it's got the coffee rings.
Yeah.
And then I have a butterfly because the weekend so years and years ago, we lost my mother-in-law, and then 23 hours later, we lost my brother-in-law. It was horrible. Remember? That was horrible.
Yes.
And I went for a run like the day after, and I've never had this happen again. But I was on a trail over here, and a bunch of the monarch butterflies, or the orange and yellow butterflies, were all on the trail, and they all went around me, and I got goosebumps.
I would have cried.
And I just knew. I
probably would have laid down and cried.
Yeah, I'm certain I did. I'm sobbing on the trail. And I was like, what? And I've never seen them on the trail. Like maybe one.
Right.
Or like a white one. It was probably more of a moth. There were, not to be dramatic, probably 50 of them.
Yeah.
And I ran through them, and they all went around me and then went away. And I've never had that happen. And it's been over 10 years. So had to get that.
Yeah.
The side, my right side, they say that tattoos, I'm sorry, left side. I'm looking at you pointing to my left side.
I didn't even catch on.
I'm an idiot. It's on my left side because they say that those tattoos should be on the left side where your heart is.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love...
But haven't they proven since your heart really is in the middle?
I have no idea.
It's not on one side
well,
or the other.
my palpitations that I get are always on the left side and I get numb on my left arm. So I'm thinking it's on my left.
Numb arm?
Oh, yeah.
That's like stroke.
Oh, definitely. I'm stroking out every day.
Stop it.
I'm just waiting for my moment. I'm just waiting for that one kick.
You're terrible.
Oh, yeah. I've had a few where sometimes I get palpitations. They make me cough because it's just like, it's like a hiccup cough.
Catches you like that?
Oh, yeah. All my doctors know about it. They're just like, oh, still getting palpitations? I'm like, yeah, that's
You're
it.
like, well, you're still here,
Yep,
so can't be that serious.
Call 911 when it happens.
Oh, God.
So, no, mine's on the left side. But, yes, maybe yours is in the middle.
Oh, God.
So, which ones do you have?
I have so this one around my ankle, which I always call my Lucky Charm bracelet.
Yes.
I got the clover when I turned 18. One of my friends wanted to go get a tattoo, and I had just turned 18. She's like, I'll take you to get a tattoo. I don't want to go by myself. Kind of like besties, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that at like the front of my ankle, and then I knew I always wanted to make it my little Lucky Charm bracelet. So I have my cancer sign. I have the word lucky across the back, and then there's a butterfly on the other side.
Words on it.
Really, it says Ucky. It's like L Ucky.
Oh, okay.
So I have 2 bad tattoos. Because then I got my big old dick bick on my arm, which is me and Jay's bestie tattoos. He got a Molotov cocktail and I got a lighter.
I love it.
So, that's my only 2 tattoos. So it was like 20 years between my tattoos.
Yeah, I'm ready for some more.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to share.
We're going to go get tatted up.
Yeah, hopefully this week.
I am getting a Clopen tattoo for sure.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm totally getting Clopen tattoo.
Yeah.
The little shopping cart, and it's just going to say Clopen on it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? I wish I could tattoo a QR code on me.
Oh, shoot.
You know what I mean?
That would be
Wouldn't that be cool? But I feel like it would work for a while, and then, like, as I got old, it would be like, nope, it doesn't work anymore.
Like, I feel like the heartbeat on the back of my calf that I have is like, now there's no palpitation. It all just came together. Although it was very fresh, but I think it's just from like tanning. Yeah. You know, and just being outside and weathered. Steven bought me some really, really great lotion for tattoos, and that's been helping it. It kind of brings out the color again. Yeah. I know it, especially on the butterfly. Yeah. Because they get like real, like aged quick. Yeah. Especially maybe like not so much of like yours are all pretty much covered up. Yeah. Yep. You know? Yep. Even if you wear shorts, you can't see your butterfly. Right. My butterfly's on my stomach. Your stomach. Hip. Yeah. Yeah. Where mine are like exposed all the time, you know? So they look, I remember being at another job and they were like, wait, you have tattoos? Because you don't see them. I'm like, yeah, I got tattoos. I was laughing. We were talking about tattoos, me and Erica, and she was like, oh, does Meredith have tattoos? And I'm like, I know this one. And I'm like, I know she has another one, and I cannot, and it was your butterfly. I couldn't remember. Yeah. I'm ready to have one that's exposed, I knew you had another one. I'm ready. I'm going to get it right here on my arm. Like you. Are you? Yeah. But on it didn't hurt. One. It didn't hurt there. No, I'm not worried. Did I lose? Hello? Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, did we lose you? Well, I just couldn't hear myself. Oh, no. I was fiddling. You were fiddling a little bit? Fiddling. Oh. Yeah. Nikki said that her no tattoo on the back of her neck, it's a long story. I said, when you coming back on? She goes, real soon. Oh, gosh. We're going to hear all about that. Shannon's got 2. The first one was a dare. She was 18 and stupid. It's a smiley face. That's funny. At her ankle. Mid-90s. Mid-90s are the best. I know. She said it started out as the size of a quarter with daisy petals behind it. She had the petals removed and now it shrunk down to like the size of a dime. What? And then the other one is a memorial tattoo. Yeah. Irene has 3. Tasman, heart with shamrocks. Yeah. So similar to yours, I'm thinking. And 3 kids' birthstones. Yeah. That's cool. My friend Rich, I went to high school with him. He's a little bit older than me, and not much though. He's got 1. He said 7 of us, 2 cars, went up to Lake Geneva after festival set up in 93 or 94. Yeah. Almost got hit head on. Oh my God. On the way up there on Route 12, which we know Route 12 sucks. That should have been your sign not to get the tattoo. Yeah. So he said he got the head of a bear that now looks like a tiger. I said the 90s were the freaking best. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So that's who answered, but I'm sure more people will be answering.
I'm surprised my mom didn't post any.
Yeah.
My mom
She hasn't seen our
ton.
stuff in a while, but we are also, I want to talk about that. We are shadow banned right now with both accounts.
Really?
This tattoo one has been the most that people have responded to. Like we asked about breakfast yesterday. Maybe only 3 people saw it.
Oh, wow. Why? What do people eat for breakfast?
So Kelly said Belvita and a V8 Energy. That super sounds like retail.
A Belvita and a V8 Energy.
Yes,
that
doesn't
is
it?
Retail, yeah.
Katie, like Katie Cheesecakes, blueberry waffle with peanut butter and some bacon.
I could go for that.
And of course, coffee.
Of course, coffee.
And Shannon said Belvita bar.
Shannon, you are obsessed with those Belvitas. Like, I talked shit about it, and she, like, Snapchatted me and was like, don't you dare talk shit about my Belvita bars.
What are they? Like breakfast bars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they're fucking cookies, Shannon, okay? You're eating cookies for breakfast.
Hey, yeah, dude.
Or they have, like, the soft-baked ones, which it's
Oh.
cake. It's either cake or cookies, which I am not opposed to either for breakfast. What do you eat for breakfast?
A protein bar. Probably.
Candy bar.
Pretty much. Like think bars.
Those are candy bars.
Definitely. They're so delish. I had a chocolate one today on the way. I was ready for the
my
freaking
God.
reset. I also like the ones that have like the 4 ingredients. It says like egg whites, oats, peanuts.
The RX bars.
Yes, those.
Yes.
I'm pretty addicted to those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least those are probably a little bit better.
If I'm home on the weekends, sometimes it's like 2 eggs and some fake bacon.
Yeah.
Or I did do some protein pancakes the other day, chocolate protein from that Kodiak.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What about you? You have frickin' delicious breakfasts. And I'm so jealous all the time, but I'm so lazy when it comes to you'll have like this beautiful like egg sandwich, a little side, freaking coffee and orange juice. You're like
Part
at
of
a
his
resort.
complete breakfast.
You're like at a resort. I'm just gonna come to your
Well,
house. For
you know what?
breakfast.
It's like I get up on the weekends still at 4:30 in the morning. And okay, so if it's during the week, I'll eat like a banana on the way in.
Oh.
And then since I was sick and I was taking all those antibiotics,
Oh.
I got a bunch of those little probiotic drinks, like
yes.
yogurt drinks.
Yes.
So I'll like drink one of those when I eat my banana. And then, of course, I drink a huge cup of coffee on the way into work.
Yeah.
And then I'm starving by like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I am starving.
Yeah.
But on the weekend, I'll get up, I do whatever, have my coffee, throw in laundry, take a shower, clean the bathroom, and next thing I know, it's noon, and I'm
you
like,
haven't had anything?
and I haven't eaten anything, so it's so weird. It's so weird. But yeah, but then I'll be starving at noon.
Remind people what time you get up in the morning, though.
3 a.m.
Yeah. So by
Yeah.
9,
My day's half over.
Yeah, right. It's lunchtime at 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember when we used to do produce resets years
Oh,
ago. We
God.
would start at 2 or 3
Yeah.
in the morning,
It's
and I'd
too
be on my
early.
way home at 9 or 10 o'clock, and I'm like, why am I starving?
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about dinner.
Yeah. And there's nothing even open.
No.
Like you can't go to Wendy's.
Right.
I mean, now
right.
you can. Now they serve breakfast, so
Right.
you can go.
I can't even tell you how many Burger King veggie burgers I had
Yes.
at 9 o'clock in the morning after
Yes.
those resets.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
yeah.
But on the weekends, or if I sleep in till 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get up and Johnny's up and he's like, "You want breakfast?" And I'm like, "God, no." Like I just woke up.
Give me some time,
Let
Johnny.
me have some coffee and a couple smokes, But that's why I usually make like a decent breakfast on the weekends, because it's like I don't eat until noon.
Oh, sure.
So I'm
sure.
doing brunch. So like the other day I posted my BLT
Frickin' A. It was
bacon, lettuce,
delicious.
tomato with egg on it. That was so good.
I was like eating my like little
Belvita?
Belvita, my RX bar, and I look at your snap. I'm like, that fucking bitch.
Yeah. It's so good.
So good.
I do like to take, say, if we had steak or pork chops or chicken or even brats or sausages
Oh,
the night before, then I heat that up. I add in some veggies, add in some eggs, add in some Tony Chachere's, and then make a scramble with some cheese and have it with toast or make a taco out of it. Oh, it's my favorite.
Step up my game.
Yeah.
It's almost ridiculous how I don't do that.
I mean, if you ate meat, I would cook you breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I could just do the eggs and veggies for you, which would still be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you like to go out for breakfast too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever, I'm going to turn it. I shouldn't even talk about it because it's already popular enough and we don't need anybody else going there.
Where?
Hazel's.
Where is it?
Harvard.
Oh,
right?
Illinois.
Wait,
Illinois for
Hebron?
those that are around here.
Which one has the milk days? Hebron or Harvard? Harvard milk days.
I don't go that way.
Yeah. Hazel's and Harvard. Oh my God.
They're good, huh?
Dude, they have like the most amazing like skillets and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like they have one, it's like turkey stuffing, cranberries, sweet potato skillet with eggs on top. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah. They have all different kinds of Benedict. They have a spinach artichoke Benedict. Fucking so good.
Wow.
So fucking good. And their portions, they literally serve you on like pie plates. Like,
jeez.
they're huge.
Jeez.
They got cinnamon rolls. They're like the size of your head.
Wow.
Yeah. They're so good.
Wow.
I love that place.
Wow, that's amazing. Can we go to the Prof concert real quick?
That was so much fun.
I think we had guests last week, so we didn't talk too much about it. But
yeah.
there was a lot of people there. He sold out, which was super great because the last time we
Not
saw
only
him,
did he sell out, but he had to move to the bigger room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Up at the rave.
Yeah.
Right in Milwaukee.
Yep.
When we saw him years ago, there was maybe 50 people there.
Yeah, but that was during COVID.
Yes, but he was very excited to see that he
Yes.
sold out and had to move to the bigger room.
He said always it was hard for him to sell out a Milwaukee show.
Wow, that's
And
so
he's
cool.
from Minnesota.
Yes, correct.
So I wonder if that's, I mean, I would travel for him.
Yeah.
If it would, like, if he didn't come to Illinois and he only went to Indiana, I could see us going to Indiana.
Absolutely.
It's
so much fun.
Yeah.
So his concerts are super fun. But I noticed, and this could be my age talking, that there were so many people wanting to be like up by the stage, right? Because everybody wants to get noticed. They want to be that number one fan, that I would turn around to go like use the bathroom or whatever, and no one moves out of your way anymore. What happened?
I don't know.
That's not the way that I remember concerts. And I was telling Steve that because I said the only thing, I said it was such a great time. I said the only thing I noticed though is that I turned around and I actually had to almost start some fights with some people.
Yeah.
And I don't put up with that. Like, sorry. I just.
What about the 6'8" guy that came and stood right in front of Katie?
So you can, when you're that tall, you can see Prof from the parking lot.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for you to go right in front of everyone.
Be aware. Be aware.
Yeah, do people
of your
just not care
surroundings.
anymore?
No, they don't give a shit. No.
So I think most people know that I just love Dave Matthews, and I've been to millions of concerts everywhere, all the states and stuff. And it just is so much fun. Like I just float around, I meet a bunch of friends, we dance, no one bumps into each other, everyone is polite. I didn't feel that at the Prof concert.
No.
Although I had such a great time with who I was with. So don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I had a blast. I will absolutely go again every year he comes around. Or if Destination, totally great. I'm in. But I just thought that the crowd was a little bit rougher.
So I don't know if you were standing right there when I did it, but those two guys like came in. And there's like, we were kind of standing in a circle, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, with our backs to the back, unlike that weird lady that was staring at us.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
And we kind of, I kind of stand with my arms out, my legs a little spread.
Yes.
Just so I have a little room.
Yes.
I don't want to be packed like a sardine. And like you said, everybody wants to get close. And we weren't super close.
No,
we were
no.
in the middle.
No. We weren't fighting for the front.
Right.
We were just
in
there
the middle
for the music.
But I got a couple next to me, and it's like the dude is like holding around the girl's waist.
Yep.
And they're standing close together, and it's just them, and they're hanging out and whatever. And of course, I pull out my Altoids and I start offering everybody around us Altoids, and so everybody's cool, right? And then these two dudes walk up, maybe even three, and they like shove their way in. And then stand right between me and the couple next to us.
And there was no room really in between you two.
There was not. Not enough for me to be comfortable.
Right, right.
And I get it. We're at a concert, but that's why I put my elbows out. I put my legs out. Give me some fucking room, you know?
Yeah. Did you say something to them?
I did.
I thought so.
I was like, bro, what are you doing? You know? And he's like, well, we want to get back to our friends. I go, then keep moving.
Yes.
Keep fucking moving. You're not stopping here. And that's when I realized, I think at least one of the guys was on something.
Oh.
Because he looked at me with the biggest fear in his eyes and apologetically. And then I felt bad.
He was definitely on something.
And I was like, I'm not trying to be rude.
Yeah.
But y'all are smashing in between me and her. And then you stood right in front of her.
Yes, right. And she was kind of petite.
Right.
Yeah.
Have some fucking respect. Like, either move along and go find your friends or get the fuck out of my space.
Are we aging ourselves?
I don't know. Probably.
Or were the people... Well, let's remind everyone, we went and it was 420.
It was 420.
So there was definitely a lot of fun stuff going on around us.
There was a fog in that
so
place.
I'm wondering if maybe people just really didn't know what they were doing because they were in their own world, which is totally fine. I'm not saying that.
Well, as soon as I said something, then it was like they both stepped behind us. And I'm like, cool, yeah. Stay right there.
Yeah.
You're taller than both of us.
Yeah.
Why are you going to come stand right the fuck in front of us,
Yeah.
you know?
Uh-huh.
So, and that's just like that 6 foot tall man that walked right in front of Katie and stood right in front of her. And what did I do?
I mean, and when you say stood right in front of her, like...
Right in front of her.
If she breathed, she would have hit his shirt.
Yeah.
Like, that was very strange.
So what did I do? I moved Katie over to where I was. I put my back against him and I leaned.
Yeah, you did.
I fucking leaned. And he kept looking behind him, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Knock me down? You know?
So I have two stories. So with that, I had to pee and I turned around and started walking through the crowd and a girl saw me and looked right at me and almost squared herself up to me.
What the fuck?
And I stared at her for a second because I was like, excuse me. And like, there was a couple guys around her and they moved nicely, kind of. I mean, they were all Sardini, so we couldn't really move, but
We've talked about this.
She actually squared herself up and put her elbows out. So I was like, okay, Red Rover, I'll bust through your arms.
Did you shoulder check her?
I absolutely shoulder checked her. I don't, no way, man.
Oh, that's so funny.
One of these times I'm going to get into a fight. But
you know what? Because we've talked about our methods of moving through a crowd, and I'm a toucher.
You are.
I go, excuse me. Let me rub your shoulders while I walk by. Excuse me. You know? And I just try to be as and sometimes people turn around surprised, you know, and I'm just like, just trying to get through. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know? But the funniest thing was, so we were there with Dirt Art, right?
Yep.
And his girlfriend, Katie's like, give me stickers to hand out. Give me stickers to hand out. Give me stickers. So I'm like, give me some stickers to hand out. And there's this girl talking with her hands. They're standing in a circle and she's blah, blah, blah. And her hand is out. So I took the sticker and I went like, blah, 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 in her, what would you call that? Between her thumb and her first finger there. And she like, ooh. And I was like, here, have this. And she was like, oh, thank you. But that was the best. It was like surprising people with stickers. And then that guy had like a drawstring tote bag. And I pointed at it and I go, Katie, just throw one. And she just slipped one in. And Jimmy's like, you can't do that. I'm like, who's going to be mad they got a sticker?
No one.
You going to open your bag tomorrow and be like, where the fuck did this come from? I'm burning his house down.
They're the cutest couple.
I know.
So if you want to check out his work, speaking of, we're going to shout him out.
All right.
So JC Dirt Art. So it's JC and then Dirt is DURT.
Yeah.
DURT, not DI. So, and he follows us. So go follow his stuff. He is phenomenal.
Why do I always call him Dirty Works? Is that his IG?
I believe he has a couple.
Yeah.
Maybe take, I'm looking at Facebook, I should say.
Okay.
And he did comment on the tattoo. Post. So if you're wanting to go see his work, go click on that, and that's where his.
He does
stuff
all
is.
sorts of like.
Oh no,
custom shit.
actually, he's also Jay Carter.
Oh, so he went on as himself.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
but go check out his beautiful, unbelievable, beautiful work. You know what he does is he takes pictures. Like just regular pictures, and then puts like during Halloween last year, it was Jason in the bushes, and but it was like a regular picture that like a grandma
print.
would have, or a print, like a print that you would find at Goodwill or something.
Right.
But then he goes and like puts his own art to it. It's
in it.
Freaking amazing.
He did one. It was a barn kind of out in the woods. and he put the DeLorean in
Yes.
the barn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not saying his stuff is Goodwill. I'm just saying picture
Right.
a picture that
Right.
you can buy.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
can put anything to it
Yeah.
and then make it very valuable. Yeah.
See, and that's like I've talked to him about this before too, which I've asked him a million times to come on here, so you better fucking come on here, Jimmy. You know, his issue is multiple people want it. It's one and done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't do it and then print it. I mean, he's made prints before of things that he's drawn, but if you see one of those, it's one and done.
Right.
You know,
right.
unless he happens to come across another one, which most likely he's going to put something different on it.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
So,
it won't be the exact same.
but he does hats, shoes, custom hats, custom shoes, anything, really anything.
Actually, a few people were commenting on Katie's hat because he had done her hat
Yeah.
at the concert.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
really neat. We have to get him on. Everyone
Yeah.
send him a message and say, come
Yeah.
on the Clopen.
Go on the Clope. The Clope.
You know how long it took me because I'm a little bit of an airhead. I can't believe everyone's like, what? Are you serious? I don't believe it. You call him neighbor Jimmy.
Right.
He's JC Dirt.
Yeah.
He's Jay
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
right? He's
Yeah.
Jay Carter. You know how many times it took me to realize that all these people that you mentioned are one person?
It's the same person.
It's the same freaking person.
Well, to be fair to you, I generally stick with one name once I
don't know.
If I give somebody a nickname, that's their name. You know, or
I
if
feel like he's been like Jay Dirt, Jimmy, Jay, my neighbor and Katie,
and
Katie
I have
and Jimmy.
to be okay, because I have awesome neighbors, right?
Oh, yes.
I have Cheesecake Katie
Oh, yes.
and Brian, and then I have JC Dirt, Jimmy J, and Katie. So if I'm talking about the Katies, I have to be specific. Is
Yes.
it Jimmy and Katie, or is it Katie and Brian?
Right.
So,
right.
and even I think Bestie even said something like, "Oh wait, no, I totally thought you were talking about the other Katie." You know, like,
right.
Yeah, and I'm like, "No, Cheesecake, the one that makes the cheesecakes." You know,
the one that's been on here.
yeah,
She's doing phenomenal.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. She is a fucking beast.
There was a post for like, you know how they have the town pages?
Yeah.
And someone said looking for a cheesecake, and I bet she got tagged 30 times.
Oh my God, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, go with her.
Yeah.
And even the person that like, I feel like even the person that was the original poster and people were tagging her still was like questioning her. I'm like, there's 30
Oh
tags
my
of her. Just
God.
frickin' buy it from her. You know, I
Yeah.
think they finally did though.
Why would you question that when that many people
people I
local
know.
to you? So if you want to try Katie's Cheesecake, you can go to McCollum Lake, Illinois. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And they sell her cheesecake there.
Yeah.
By the slice.
The Knoll.
The Knoll. Oh,
Yep.
I never said the place. It's the Cullum Knoll. The Cullum. Cullum Knoll.
Yeah.
And is it Cullom?
Maybe. I
Why
know
don't
it's
we
KT
know how to
cheesecakes.
fucking spell
I know
my
it's CAGESE.
town?
CAKE because I love cheesecake.
Anyways, if you check out the Knoll in McCollum Lake, Illinois, you can go get a piece of Katie's cheesecake.
I think she had a customer come in and they like her cheesecake so much they bought a full one
Oh, I'm sure.
and took it home. So she had to go bring them
Yeah.
more because
Yeah.
they were out because they sell it by
Yeah.
the slice.
Uh-huh.
But there's customers that say, give me the whole thing.
Just give me the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Which
and
is
then
something
you're
I would
paying
definitely
like
do.
$95 for a cheesecake. They don't care.
No, they don't care.
It's fucking delicious.
It is. And they're massive.
And she also has, you can get her on Facebook if you want to order a whole cheesecake.
Yeah, and
you
she
know?
delivers local too.
Yeah.
So Northern Illinois.
Otherwise, you got to go pick it up from her.
How did retail get its name? I'm gonna tell you. So it says
I just blankly stare. I don't freaking know.
the Chat GPT says. Now tell me if this is right. The term retail originated from the old French word retailer, which means to cut off, clip, divide.
Okay.
In medieval Europe, goods were often sold in bulk to wholesalers who would then divide or cut off smaller quantities to sell to individual customers.
Okay.
Over time, this practice came to be known as retailing, and the term evolved to refer to the sale of goods in small quantities directed to consumers.
I was just thinking like back in the Western days, you'd have to go to the general market
Yes.
and they
And
would
it just
probably
the
buy
reason
in
why I
bulk.
brought that up is because we were talking about cheesecake. You get a whole cheesecake, or they sell them
Yeah.
for pieces.
Yes.
So the name retail reflects the historical process of dividing goods for individual sales.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I never knew.
Except we don't do that anymore. It all comes individual. I mean, someone's got to
Then you go to
purchase
Costco
it.
and nothing's divided.
No, you have
it's
to
all
buy
about
12
bulk.
muffins.
Yeah, you have to.
I was laughing so hard at this guy's TikTok. He's a single guy, lives alone, goes to Costco for the first time just to see if there's like anything small enough for just him and his lonely self. And he's like, these muffins look fucking delicious and they're massive. Like, I can cut them in half and freeze them. So he goes up with this one lonely muffin and he's like, man, $10 for 6 muffins? He's like, but they're big, you know?
Yeah.
And the lady comes up at the self-checkout and she goes, where's your other muffins? Because it kept going, the weight was wrong at the self-checkout.
Oh.
The weight is wrong, right? So it's dinging. And he's like, what did I do wrong? I scanned it, I set it down. She goes, where's your other 6 muffins? He goes, what do you mean my other 6 muffins? I just want one. She goes, no, you have to buy them 2. 2 for $9.99. They do not let you walk out with only 6 muffins.
Oh, wow.
I did it once too. First time I ever went to Costco. I'm like, I'm just going to get 6 blueberry muffins.
They were like,
whatever.
no way.
And they're like, no, you have to get 12. And I was like, I don't want 12. And they're like, we don't care. You're not leaving without 12 fucking muffins.
Wow. MOQs, there you go.
So I was like, all right, give me another 6 blueberry. I'll fucking freeze them. And we didn't freeze them. We ate them all.
I was going to say that. Yeah. No.
They might have been frozen for a day.
I'm addicted to the Mariano's Italian cookies right now.
What's the Italian? The ones with like the little cherries in the middle and
Sometimes.
the sprinkles and
So this week
little
we
handmade.
had, I don't know what kind, maybe butter cookies with caramel and a pecan on
Ooh.
top.
oh yeah,
It is delicious, and they're little enough where you just walk past the counter and pop one in your mouth.
yeah,
Yeah. I've gained like 10 pounds this week.
yeah. Well, I found some Black Forest family size gummy bears on sale for $3 today. So I was like, you're coming with me.
Sorry.
That's my fucking car snacks for the next 2 weeks. I'll just be eating handfuls of gummy bears in the car.
I found at Jewel, actually, I found a bag of sugar-free Twizzlers, soft Twizzlers.
Get out.
And I was like, cool. And they're so
Sugar-free?
good. But
Really?
guess what they did to my stomach?
Oh.
Be careful with that sugar-free.
Read the Amazon reviews on
Yeah.
sugar-free.
Sugar-free gummy bears, right?
Actually,
Isn't it?
just listen to episodes of the Clopen Effect. We'll tell you all about it. What happens to us. That was Mom got me all those sugar-frees for my 40th
Oh,
birthday.
yeah.
And Bree got me some too. And so I was eating the shit out of those. And it didn't make me poop, but
A little
the toots.
gassy.
The toots.
If you hear me gas, no, you didn't.
They were so open and empty, though.
Your farts?
Yeah. It wasn't like eating Taco Bell and then farting.
Oh,
It was just
you don't
like-
fart after Taco Bell.
I was like, I have to go fart. So I go walk somewhere else in the store and fart. And I would be like, that was so relieving and like huge. And then it didn't smell. So I was totally happy with my purchase.
I have to end with one story back to the concert real quick.
Okay.
So how awkward was it that couple, the boyfriend or husband was trying to watch the concert, but the wife or girlfriend was facing him.
This is also the 6'7" guy that stood in front of Katie and that I leaned against. So he's directly in front of us. And I
Looking
was
at the
already
stage.
irritated with that. Yeah. Like, move, motherfucker. And then his wife is facing him. Like, she doesn't want anybody to touch her. So she's like facing him and like standing close to him. And I'm like, why are you staring at me right now?
It was weird, right?
It was so fucking weird.
Like, you know how you casually like look around the
Yeah.
crowd? I just kept
meeting her eyes.
Meeting her eyes, yeah, and getting her.
Yeah. Like I said, the couple standing next to me, he was holding around her waist like, I got
Normal,
you.
they were normal.
Nobody's going to bump into you because we did have an incident where somebody got pushed or something and people came flying back. And I was like immediately like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And do that. Stand in front of him and
Face the stage.
face the stage, you fucking weirdo.
I don't know.
Fucking
I just
weirdo. It was so
I don't
weird.
know. We don't do that kind of stuff, Steve and I. Like when we go to concerts, I dance around and stuff. And I think I told the story before. There was a woman standing next to Steve, and I would come up and we would talk a little bit, and then I'd go around, and the woman goes, "Do you know that girl?" He goes, "Yeah, that's my wife." And she was like, "Oh."
She's like,
Like,
shit.
he just stays
I've
in
been
one
standing
spot.
here
Yeah.
waiting to make a move on your ass.
No, it was because I'd come up and talk,
That's
and then
so
I would like
funny.
go do whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure I was drinking. There was drinking involved.
She's like, what a weirdo, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I married her 20 years ago. Little did I know.
her weirdness is the reason why I married her. But yeah, I don't know. We just don't do that kind of stuff. But anyways, so yeah, no, super fun concert. Can't wait to do it again.
I know. You got your prof shirt on
I
today.
do have my prof shirt on.
I've worn both of mine. I got two. Of course I got two.
Of course you did. But I say
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for tie-dye.
You know what? But we didn't get a shirt at the first one we went to, why didn't we?
I don't
why.
know. I don't know.
Why didn't we? We wanted Taco Bell.
And Taco Bell was closed.
Fucking closed.
But
we got Taco Bell this
We got Taco Bell.
time.
We waited for Taco Bell.
Yes.
All right, go see a concert. It's good for your soul.
It's so good.
Go
and it's nice
see
out
a
now.
concert.
So
Yeah, outside.
And
outside.
also, I regret every day of my life because we are very close to Alpine Valley, and I never went and saw Tom Petty before he died. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Just go.
Go.
Go to the concert.
Spend the money,
Yeah, absolutely.
even if it maxes out your credit card.
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Okay.
talk to you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.